I'm gonna need y'all to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Y'all calling me this, calling me that, acting like I'm crazy. Pay attention. They said the last full moon was early December, and we've had a bunch of full moons every day and blood moons. Now look at this. Why do the clouds have light, first of all? Why do the clouds have light, first of all? And where is the moon? I just want to know, where is the moon? It's 9 o'clock at night, Miami, Florida. You know this. That's my compass. That's my compass. Where's the moon? There's no moon. Where's the moon? That's a star. Star. That's a star. Get closer. That's a star. Where is the moon? Remember, it'll be over here, right? Remember, it'll be over here. That's a street light. These are street lights. Where's the moon? Where is the moon? Exactly. And why do these clouds have light? Why are these clouds bright? Why do these clouds have light? Pay attention to what I'm doing here, okay? Why is the moon moving at different speeds and going different places now? It's only been 24 hours. What's going on?
I refuse to post my son. I refuse to put up a poster, a picture, wear his shirt. My son was a trap boy. And I used to go to the drug blocks and shut it down. I used to chase him up and down the street. That life, I said, the streets don't love you, son, I do. Yes, I gave birth to him, but the streets raised him. He ran away from home. He was in group homes. He did everything. Every time he got locked up, I was in that courtroom. Where was his friends? I always told him, they are not your friends. What are you doing? They are not your friends. He started rapping. He said, okay, Mom, this is not what you want to do. I don't got to sell drugs no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm like, okay, son, so what we doing? So he started rapping. But then he didn't change his lyrics. He talked about the street life. Everything that he rapped about is how he got killed. He said he'll walk a nigga down. They walked him down. He said he put tags on people's toes. Now he had a tag on his toes. I wrote a book called Mothers of Trap Boys. This is our story. It's on Amazon. He got to read the book the day before he got killed. He called me up and he said, Mom, I got your book. He said, I know you talking about me, Mom. I said, son, you definitely was my inspiration. The difference is that you're not dead or in jail. He died the next day. They shot him 7 times in his face. Stood over top of him. He had his head down. On the phone, texting his baby mom to say, show me a picture of your belly. He never got to see his first son born. Angry, mad, not at the streets, mad at him because he would not listen. How many of us sons are not listening? How many of our daughters are not listening? My daughter thinks she got to follow in her brother's footsteps because they was close. The devil is a lie, so now she messing with a trap boy. And then they tell me I'm not a good parent. Why? Because I don't come in agreement with your lifestyle? My story is different. I don't condone it. I never did. And I'm scared to post them because they might have killed one of y'all folks.
Oh, your story real. That's right.
Come on. I don't condone the lifestyle. And I think I want to do something called No Blood Still, Peace Be Still. No blood spill, peace be still. Why? It's not going to change, y'all. We got a rebellious generation that have no love for one another. I don't want to keep being on TV and posting. They ask me to travel. No, let's go to these drug blocks. Let's shut them down. I love what y'all did today. I said, this is what we do. They wanted me to go to Harris, but I said, nah. Melanie, what's her name? Melanie Nelson? She was Nelson. She had me do her show. She said, Miss Andrea, you real. Yeah, always been real. And the Nick, oh my God, forgive me, because I was going to say it. But his friends that he ran with, man, listen to your mom. Listen to your mom. She real. He wouldn't do it. Now, don't get it wrong. I raised him to be that thug. But then when I gave my life to Christ and I'm telling him to turn the other cheek, he thought I was a what? Hypocrite. Because I did say in the beginning, don't let nobody play in your face. But then I changed. And I knew he could change. And at his funeral, they said, Mom, May was trying to change. But it was too late because he did too much. But he rapped about that. He said, I want to be like Cain from Menace to Society. But if he would have told me he was in trouble, I would have shipped him out. But he was so prideful. He got killed on April the 29th, 2021, on his brother's birthday. He was supposed to go to California to celebrate. But he said, I ain't going. I wish he would have went. I rode past my son 4 times, not knowing the 4th time was going to be my last time, because I worked right down the street from where he got killed at. He told his brother, I want to leave. He said, but I'm going to go here and make this CD real quick, and then I'm going to leave. When it's your time, it's your time. But we got to understand, it's appointed to man to die once, but after that is the judgment. I hope my son had a chance to repent, because he claimed to be Muslim. And I ain't going against nobody that is Muslim, because y'all Abraham's seed, Isaac and Ishmael. But at the end of the day, he read my book, and I hope he remembered. Jesus loves you.
Beyond all of this, there's something else, folks. Bam.
Hold on. Listen, this is the part that I wanted to show y'all. I had to wait because people have sent me videos regarding this, but I wanted to check the authenticity of the video. Now, here we go. Check this out.
Clips just happened at night. At night.
This is the clips that happen at night.
Yeah. What is that being eclipsed right there? Somebody tell me. Because right above that is the moon. Right here. That's the moon right there.
Come on, Kala.
So
Mother Universe, the fucking truth, cuz.
Something out of
She be
the
like,
sky.
son, I got you, son.
That is here.
Fuck what they saying. You know what you doing.
Everything is here.
You take my brother and hang him from a tree and cut his dick off and shove it in his mouth and take pictures and set him on fire? Ain't nothing to talk about, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that we ain't, whoa, wait a minute. You trying to walk to school and they beating you and throwing rocks in your face because you just want to go to school to learn. What you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Those people had kids. And they had kids. And they had kids. And they had kids. Which is you and me, bro.
Yeah.
You better understand that, homeboy.
Yeah.
Right? So when you do, it changes your perspective. Because when we start talking about this shit, the spirit of his ancestors, it comes. So he got to be aware of that. Because it's that vibration. When you start talking about real racism, white people, they don't want to hear that shit. It's like they malfunction. That's why I don't fuck with them like that. Yeah. So what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So I'm just being real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While
Y'all
Americans have been
better
distracted
listen.
by a rich guy who got lost in a submarine, quietly in the shadows, U.S. regulators approved the sale of synthetic lab-grown meat to the American public. This is not a parody. This is not a joke. Let's get into it. In this article from the Associated Press titled, U.S. Approves Nation's First Lab-Grown Meat, Chicken Made from Animal Cells, it talks about how 2 California companies got the approval to sell this shit to us. So I'm thinking to myself, who could be that powerful to convince U.S. regulators to sell us synthetic lab-grown meat? And it's none other than our good buddy, Billy Boy Blue, who's been the primary investor in companies that are trying out different synthetic meats for us to enjoy. He's also one of the majority shareholders in Impossible Meats. So I'm thinking, this guy's just a computer wizard. He's not a nutritionist. He's not a scientist. Could he be after consolidating the food supply? I don't know. But what I do know is that Bill Gates is the largest private farmland owner in the United States. Not Jimbo, who comes from a long line of farmers, a tech billionaire. And you know what he's doing with this land? Nothing. Everything that was once growing on it. America, you should be very, very concerned right now with what is going on in the background while they keep flashing this billionaire who got lost in a submarine for the past few days, nonstop. Do you know that they just caught 123 people on the terrorist watch list trying to cross the border in Mexico? Something big is coming, or else all of the media networks wouldn't have agreed to show us this bullshit while our country is falling apart. Hey, did you get my text? What do you think about that submarine?
Let's agree that it should not be okay to use racial slurs against any ethnicity in any film like this. Because the way these characters talk about white people is incredibly regressive. Because boy, does the main character Shuri love throwing around that term colonizer, which is really kind of funny to me. Because she's got some kind of holier-than-thou attitude when we know that the Wakandans, while colonization slavery was going on, they sat around and did nothing.
Narcissistic, a disorder in which a person has inflated sense of self-importance, sense of entitlement, exploits others without guilt or shame, lives in a fantasy world that supports their delusions. What is the definition of a colonizer? A country that sends settlers to place and establish political control over it. You're saying it's wrong for Juri to call the white people she sees colonizers because it's ignorant. If you feel that way, you're entitled to your feelings. Anytime we try to bring up history and recognize it for what it is and bring the truth of it, since they cover up everything, we get called ignorant, black supremacists, rude. I did a live stream and I was reacting to this. Someone had commented and said, you shouldn't tell Caucasians that they don't have the right to speak on something. There were white people who were beating alongside black people to make the country a better place. I don't want to unfollow you, but it looks like I'll have to. Of course, there were white people helping during slavery and the Underground Railroad. But this is what makes it an issue for me. When we talk about the real facts of history, like the human consumption, homoeroticism, the slave culture, and when somebody talks the real, during the time of the things that our ancestors were going through, they didn't have a chance to speak up about how they feel or what's actually going on or tell the truth. So now when we have the chance to, it's ignorant? Oh, you're not considering the feelings of the people you're talking about. You don't have to say it that way. It's the truth. How else am I supposed to say it? Just professionally? It is not no problem or no hate with white people. There are white people all over TikTok constantly speaking out and trying to talk to white people about white superiority, about racism. And they be on it video after video trying to defend black people. But it's always that one person who comes in and try to gaslight the situation and say, well, white people wearing chains too. And there's police brutality. Somebody wants to say blue lives matter. It shows no recognition of the main topic, which is how 9 ether beings were treated. It's literally narcissistic when somebody is talking about how they feel and they come with the facts about how they feel to another person, and the other person just keeps bringing up, well, you did this to me. You're not perfect either. You do so-and-so. Just trying to make the other person feel bad. And then the person becomes a people pleaser, not recognizing their own feelings, and becomes an Uncle Ruckus. That was my point about saying he should sit it out. And in the movie, what were they doing with the vibranium? Trying to sneak, colonize, and take the vibranium from them behind their backs. So was she wrong?
So look, right, to me, this is how you know we in the last days right here. Nearly 12,000 fish wash up on shore in Texas. Bro, that is the weirdest thing ever, bro. At the same time, all this other crazy stuff is happening around the world and people still sleep. Now, if y'all remember this post from 2 weeks ago, it says New York City is sinking due to weight of its skyscrapers, new research finds, right? The very next day after this post, this appeared in New York. And just so happened, a little bit after that, in the same city this happens, where New York was filled with smoke. And when I say filled, it literally looked like something out of a movie, you heard? Now, in the same exact city, a couple days after that, New York is swarmed by thousands of bees. Not to mention, you got the Euphrates River drying up, just like the Bible said it would in the last days. Now you got more and more people claiming to see UFOs in the sky, or just seeing weird things flying around the sky or falling out the sky now all of a sudden. And the Bible clearly says that you will see signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars when it's time for Jesus to come back. Now let me tell y'all this, these are not aliens that people are claiming to see, if they're seeing anything at all. These are fallen angels, bro. Literally demonic beings dwelling on earth in a different form. Why? Because demons are being unleashed on the earth in the last days like the Bible said it would. And not only that, but you got the Euphrates River drying up just like the Bible said it would in the last days. And what's getting to me is the more this river dries up, the more demonic the world is getting, as if it's releasing demons as it's drying up. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Now you got KFC, and not just KFC, but a lot of food commercials promoting Satanism. Selling all these Diablo sandwiches. And for anybody that don't know what Diablo means, it means devil. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the KFC commercial, but in the commercial, they call this person Lilith. And anybody who knows what Lilith is in the Bible, it is a demonic being. And they not the only ones. You got places like Arby's and a couple other places that's doing the same exact thing. So look, all I'm saying is ain't nothing no coincidence that all this stuff is happening at the same exact time, bro. You got all this crazy stuff happening in the big cities, bro, for a reason, because God is warning people to turn away from their sins. Bro, you got places like Target promoting Satanism, selling children's clothes with Baphomet heads and symbols all over. Not only that, but you got schools all around the U.S. opening up satanic after-school book clubs for little kids. Not only that, but they was promoting Satanism on the news and had a video of this woman ripping up the Bible. And now all of a sudden you continue to see all these street preachers that's preaching the gospel getting arrested for nothing at all. Now the reason I said what I said about the Euphrates River is anybody who knows that God chained up some of the fallen angels under the Euphrates River, which to me makes so much sense that the more it dries up, the more demonic the world becomes. Because I believe that it's releasing demons. Now, anybody who knows about Revelation, it talks about a point in time where the beast gives life to an image and the image was able to move around and talk. And I believe it's AI. And why do I think that? Because if you do your research on this AI stuff, you know that there are demonic beings dwelling inside of these things. Everybody think everything is fun and games, bro. We are in the last days. That's why I keep making these videos. And every time I make it, I'm saying something new that's happening around the world for a reason. And I still can't cover everything because that's how much stuff is going on at one time. And the crazy thing is, we just starting, bro. And it's already getting this bad and satanic. They trying to silence the Christians, not just on TikTok, but all these other social media platforms, bro. Even in the streets with people that street preaching. But if your faith ain't in God and you have a relationship with Jesus Christ ain't as strong as you think it is, you better get it together, bro, because we running out of time. Everything that you seen that's going on around the world is a sign that Jesus Christ is on his way, bro. Y'all better stop playing.